So, I'm gonna try something different I've never done before. Make some dandelion honey or dandelion syrup. So, I just got done picking over 300 dandelions because this is what I do after work. So, first step is washing all of the dandelions. No bugs. My mom's just walked in, so she's looking at me weird. So, first we have to wash over 300 dandelions. Let's begin. Okay, so that was tedious. Making sure there's no bugs and anything. I broke some of the bigger ones in half. Whoops. And now I'm stirring, and on to the next part. Next step is either 2 oranges, 2 lemons, or 1 orange and 1 lemon. I had 1 orange, so I'm treating lemon juice. Yeah. Whoops. Alright, so I added the lemon juice. I obviously have the orange. Now some recipes say simmer for 40 minutes to 2 hours. Or overnight, it just depends on recipe. I'm gonna sim for like 40 minutes and see how this goes. As you're cooking your dandelion honey, do not forget to wash and sterilize the dryer you want to use it. Store it in. So that's also what I'm doing right now. Next part is straining. You can see dandelion chunks and orange chunks. If you don't have one of these, cheesecloth works great. But this is one of those mesh produce bags. And it smells citrusy with floral, which is expected. You can stop for now. Okay. Vanderbilt. So I'm trying to get all the juice out. Alright, so after straining, this is what it looks like. A beautiful yellow color, obviously. And on to the next step. Okay, next is sugar. Now I'm going off of a whole bunch of different recipes. So I'm choosing to do a mix of white sugar and brown sugar because I just want that dark amber color. So here's 2 cups roughly of brown sugar. I know I didn't pack it down, but I'm also adding some granulated, so I didn't want to over sugar. Now everyone's gonna say this is a lot, but we're not gonna be eating this all at once. This is a teaspoon at a time, cooking, baking. So you're not eating 2 cups at once, I promise. Okay, so I've added the sugar, and I'm really loving this amber color right now. I mean, I love the natural color too, but this really gives it that honey look. Now, next up is reducing it. And I know I said this earlier, but I just want to reiterate, dandelions that have not been pesticide sprayed for obvious reasons. And my daughter's having hissy fit because she's being held in the kitchen because I'm recording. So I'm going to stop. I'll update you. Okay, so I just turned it down a little bit because it started to boil a little bit. I had it on a tad bit high. That was my fault. But we will continue. As you see this little frothy, just scoop it out. So this is the next morning. It was running late. I reduced it for 2 hours. Then put it in the refrigerator overnight. And I don't know if you can see, but it does coat the back of the spoon a little bit. It's a little thinner than I thought, but probably because I ran out of time to reduce it more. So I am gonna try it. Hold on. Actually, I can't take that back. Because as I pour into the jar, it's good thickness. So my suggestion at this point is, if you want it thinner, reduce it less time. If you want it thicker, reduce it more than 2 hours. And I also noticed because I use brown sugar, I taste a lot more molasses than the flour aspect, which was my fault. But it's still really good. We're getting there. Will I do this recipe again? Yes. Maybe next time I'll do granulated sugar, just so I can taste more of the flour than the molasses take over. But it's still really good. There's a lot of uses that we can do with this. And like I said, this is my first time, so thank you for going on this journey with me. Side note, I had some left over, so I got curious. I bloomed some gelatin and put it in the leftovers to see how this reacts with gelatin. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. And here's a jar of the dandelion honey syrup. Sorry about the messy hair. My hair looks a little different in this lighting. So I never really mentioned quantities because it's my first time doing this. But I used between 300 and 350 dandelions, a liter of water, between 3.5 and 4 cups of sugar. No, I did not pack my brown sugar like I would have if I was just doing straight brown sugar, but I wanted to experiment with granulated and brown sugar. So I did like 2 cups brown sugar, 2 cups granulated, 3.5 to, oh my gosh, or like 1.5 to 2 cups of granulated sugar, a whole bunch of lemon juice. I did not measure that out because I just used what I had left, and 1 orange. And I didn't have cheesecloth. I used my mesh strainer, but you can use cheesecloth. And I hope you try this out.